Hi, I'm Catrina and I'm going to be reading from Homesick for Lighthouse Life Raft. And here I am in the garden of my shed, and this book is about how I made this shed into my home. So welcome, and I'm going to read a bit that tells you about the landscape around the shed, which I'm quite attached to and I feel very lucky to have access to just now while we're in lockdown. You had to walk right to the edge of the cliffs to understand this time-worn landscape. You had to stand on the very edge of the cliffs and turn to face the land to see that the cliffs were in fact the unbreakable souls of tall mountains that had been scrubbed and flattened by 270 million years of time. These ancient cliffs were the heart rock of my place, and like the innermost heartwood of an ancient tree, they kept all sorts of secrets. From the top of the cliffs, the ocean was a flat blue carpet that stretched from land to infinity, translucent as the sky. But if you clambered down to sea level and paddled half a mile out towards the horizon on a surfboard or a kayak, it revealed itself to be dark and deep and full of mysterious limbless creatures that lived in underwater forests, where the bones of drunken sailors rotted with the remains of their wrecked boats, and burgeoning lakes of plastic gathered in the currents like shoals of fish. Opposite my shed was a pond. The pond was home to an assortment of ducks and geese that liked to play chicken with the cars. From my vantage point on the corner of the crossroads, I could see cars coming from both directions. I'd watch in horror as the ducks led their tiny ducklings into the path of oncoming traffic, and in admiration when the geese lay down in the middle of the road and refused to move. The geese succeeded in bringing to a halt not only cars, but open-top double-decker buses overflowing with visitors, combine harvesters with their blades glinting in the sunlight, and juggernauts brimming with potatoes destined to be thinly sliced and fried in oil and sold in plastic bags as crisps. The geese had thick necks and violent eyes, muscular wings and a ferocious hiss, and they behaved like pissed-up rioting members of UKIP. I enjoyed leaning over the bottom part of my stable door and watching the cars and lorries stack up behind the geese, the drivers honking their horns and trying to contain their rage, then getting out and attempting to chase the geese out of the road. The geese were having none of it. They would rise up and chase the drivers back into their cars, flapping their wings and hissing. Then they would lie right back down in the middle of the road.